from the looks of the title, you can probably tell that this is going to be a really fun haul. I'm always like looking for ways to not have to go into Chinatown. Chinatown anywhere is just like a crowded place that you have to either like find parking in, or you have to kind of like shuttle a bus into, or whatever. So it's always a very stressful experience. In addition, not everybody lives near an Asian grocery store. So if you have it in the Western ones, it's going to be a lot easier. So today I've actually separated them into different regions. So I have goods that I got from Korean ingredients, Japanese ingredients, Chinese ingredients, Thai ingredients, which they actually have a lot of here, and then also Indian ingredients, because we mentioned last time in the British versus USA grocery store that, you know, Asian here is also Indian. So I got some of those. And then before we start, this haul was brought to you by Lee Kum Kee, and they have a couple of cool new dressings out on the market right now. It's called the Asian Twist. This is the Vietnamese style lemon dressing. This is the Chinese vinaigrette dressing, and then this one is the Japanese style sesame dressing. This one has honey in it, so if you're not comfortable with honey, then you don't, just get the other two. And then they have these two in the squirt bottles here. It's like creamier. It's kind of aioli-like. And this is the roasted sesame dressing, and this is the wasabi flavored dressing. Now, both of these are not vegan. They have egg yolks in them, because I think it's kind of like a mayonnaise-y mix. So I was actually just going to present these three and then go on to the haul, but I thought, I haven't tried them yet, and I thought, why not try them on air so that you guys know, sort of how it tastes like and what it is before you guys spend money on it. So I'll just do these really quickly. So the first one is going to be the, come back. So the first one is going to be the Chinese style vinaigrette dressing. It kind of tastes like a mixture of like peanut oil and sesame oil. Those are very fragrant, and then it's like a sweetened, very savory soy sauce mixed with a little bit of sesame oil. And then for the Japanese sesame style dressing, this one's a little bit thicker. It kind of looks like probably lighter than sriracha sauce in color. This one is interesting. It says Japanese, but I really think it tastes Thai. Like, I think it tastes like lemongrass or kind of like kaffir lime leaves. If you like Thai flavors, I think it tastes like that is your Japanese dressing. And then you have the Vietnamese style lemon dressing. So again, this is the one with the honey in it. This one actually has some heat to it towards the back. There's not a lot, but and of the three, I would say that this is the most kind of lemony and citrusy. It feels lighter. But that being said, I feel like all three of these dressings, if you're looking to make kind of like an Asian oriental salad, and then maybe put some like fried wonton skins on top of it, all three of these are gonna be a really good mix. Okay, so I'm really excited about this haul. Like I said, I separated them into countries first, but I thought that I would probably get the fresh veggies out of the way first so that I can put them back into the refrigerator. So I actually got a couple things that you would not normally see. I think like everybody knows about bok choy, and I think even in Boston I was able to find a lot of bok choy. Most of these are from Sainsbury's. So what I didn't find was actually this, it's choy sum. So it's different because it's not as soft in terms of texture as the bok choy, but I really like, it's kind of like Chinese kale, I guess. I really like the stalks because they're nice and crunchy, and then the greens are kind of, nice and vegetal, but they hold up in cooking. I remember I was talking to an Asian friend in the area, and she was just complaining, like, after moving to London, how much less kind of greens, like types of greens that they have. The issue I think here is that also the UK is, because you have to import a lot of these Asian greens, they're really expensive here. So yeah, so expensive, and you can't find too much of it, which is why it's good that these bigger named Western grocery stores can bring them over. So I found the Napa cabbage here, which you can make kimchi out of. It's kind of smaller, but it reminds me of a Napa cabbage. The leaves are definitely softer than a Western cabbage. So there's that. I found lemongrass here. I found lemongrass and then these finger chilies. I don't know, I think, this was supposed to be galangal, but they did not have that available, so I got ginger instead. But I was very surprised that they had like galangal and turmeric. And kind of these three are more like Thai style type vegetables, so they also have a lot of Thai stuff here. I think like the Brits really like Thailand. I think because it's, you know, really like foggy and kind of without sun in many times of the year. Most British people, I feel like for holiday, they'll go to like Thailand. So they very much, I think, know and love Thai food. And then part of the fresh bits here. So they have fresh shiitake mushrooms, which sometimes you can only find in Asian grocery stores, or you can't even find them there. So I thought it was really cool that they carried that. So so that is it for the fresh stuff. Okay, so here are my Chinese grocery items. I forgot to mention that all of these that I'm showing you guys, the whole grocery haul is vegan. So on this side, I have a lot of instant noodle stuff. I go crazy over that stuff. I know it's not good for you, it contains a ton of salt, but you know, that is a flavor that I always crave. So from Sainsbury, I was able to find these pot noodles. So this is pot noodle, Chinese chow mein, and then this is beef and tomato. A lot of these guys are artificially flavored, so there's actually no beef in there. And then these are whole wheat noodles. If you guys have seen my DIY ramen recipe before, sometimes in Asian grocery stores, they'll sell the ramen noodles just by itself with no packet, with no flavoring. And that's great for if you want to kind of make your own DIY ramen packets and then just insert one of these guys in. And then just same thing with this one. This is just kind of the beef version, but in a bag. And then let's see, some condiments and stuff here. They had dried shiitake mushrooms, which is great. I use shiitake mushrooms, like this is, if we're talking about a staple, like a Chinese staple, an Asian ingredient staple, you should always have a bag of dried shiitake mushrooms on hand. Like when you rehydrate this, you can add, it makes any dish meaty, it makes any dish flavorful. So I am so glad that they have this. They're kind of smaller than the ones I'm used to, but I have no complaints about that. And then some of the condiments. So this is the Sainsbury brand black bean stir fry sauce, which I thought is interesting. It's different from the Lee Kum Kee black bean garlic sauce though. It's definitely a lot thinner, but you could probably mix it with like noodles or something. And then this is Chinese chip shop curry sauce. So chip shop, I'm guessing that they mean like kind of like a generic Chinese curry sauce. So I'm very excited about trying this because when I was in Hong Kong, I loved the curries there. I think it's more like Madras curry. It's not too spicy. So like remember when we did the Japanese curry noodles and how it was like kind of sweet, but then also curry-esque at the same time. The Chinese ones are, I feel like, in between like the Indian curry and then the Japanese curry. Like it's a nice mild flavor. They have sesame oil as well, which is great. Also a Sainsbury brand. And then strangely, I was looking over the spice section. They have Chinese 5 spice here, which I was not expecting to find, and it's in this really pretty bottle, so I love that. So that's it for the Chinese. Okay, so this is my Korean haul, and then this is my Japanese haul. They actually had, if you aren't vegan, they definitely have more options, like different kinds of sauces and different kinds of like noodles. I'm just picking the ones that are vegan friendly. So for the Korean one, I have the Korean BBQ marinade, and this was pretty cheap. It was like £1 or something, and also the Sainsbury brand. So you can marinate mushrooms or tofu with this if you're vegan, and then if you're not, different kinds of meats. And you probably just put this sauce together for like 30 minutes or so. I should try some of these just to tell you guys if it's good, because sometimes it's just really sweet and sometimes it's amazing. So There's my Korean one, and then this. So this is just Korean ginseng extract. I thought that this would be actually for tea, but it is actually not tea. It's just like Korean ginseng supplements. So you get 75 or 60 tablets or something, and it's supposed to kind of make you, you know, like wake up and be very alert. Interesting thing about ginseng though is I used to have like the tea packets with, you know, like the crushed ginseng in it, and I usually use just about like 1 bag of tea per day, and then I'll just top it up with water so that it gets weaker throughout the day. But then one time I bought these packets that I thought were tea, but they turned out to be ginseng granules, just little ones that dissolve. And I started making those, but of course, like I usually have multiple cups of tea each day. So I ended up like having 3 cups of these, but like for maybe like 3 days in a row. And I started getting itchy. And it's just probably because like there are definitely certain reactions with ginseng. So make sure to check out everything, and that it doesn't interact with anything that maybe like medication that you're taking or something. So yeah, that's my PSA on ginseng. So these are my Japanese ingredients. I love Japanese food. So they have these thick udon noodles here that you don't even need to refrigerate. I think you could probably use them for Japanese or Chinese cooking. Like there's udon everywhere. Lots of like soba noodles, which are nice. And I have tamari without wheat, which is lovely for people who are gluten-free. They also have this really small bottle, it's super cute, of this yuzu dressing. So yuzu, if you guys don't know, it's kind of, it's like a very fragrant, kind of like lemon flavored dressing. So they have that. Japanese style curry. So this is a packet of katsu curry. This is really nice because it's like the same thing as those curry cubes that you guys get. They make your process like a whole lot faster, like 15 minutes, and you guys have a very nice curry that you can just like spoon on top of rice or like maybe udon, and it's really delicious. I have crispy seaweed thins here. I was able to find these guys sometimes in the US in Western grocery stores, but usually they are the big sheets of nori that you would wrap like sushi in. Usually they don't have these ones, which are kind of like your snack types. These are kind of, I would say that they are better quality seaweed. They're like roasted, they have some salt over them, and it's lovely for snacks. And then finally, this is Shiro white miso. So they actually had jars of miso, like miso paste, and I opted to get this one. So this is the miso soup powder. Reasoning is I'm going to be doing, it's actually not powder, it is miso paste, but individually packaged. And I decided to get these guys because I will be doing some traveling soon. So these are actually super good because all you need would be, you know, some water, some boiling water in your hotel room, and then, you know, you can just pack these guys. That is the Korean and Japanese one. And then my final one is going to be Thai ingredients and then also Indian ingredients. All right, so final round. I didn't get too much, but for Thai stuff, I have these satay rice noodles. They also make satay udon noodles, but I thought for options for people who are gluten-free, there is this, and I think all you do is you mix water into it. And it's by this brand called Itsu, which is kind of a chain here. They do like sushi and udon noodles, but more like fast food type of a place, so I'm very interested in trying these. And then this is Easy Thai Yellow Curry Kit. So it has everything that you would need, I guess, or maybe not. You will need fish or tofu and then vegetables, so you add kind of your own stuff here. This kit does contain yellow curry paste, coconut milk, and then Thai spices. So that's really neat. And they also do a red curry and then a green curry. So if you're ever, you know, on the go, or you're coming home again late after work, these are actually, yeah, they're pretty cool. And then to end the Asian grocery store haul, I have some Indian products here. So this is the Meridian brand's Free From. I think I had mentioned in my UK versus US grocery store haul that most grocery stores have a like Free From line for people with like sensitivities or allergies or dietary restrictions. So it could be like free from gluten or milk and wheat and whatnot. So this is Meridian's Free From, and it is the korma cooking sauce. They also had Free From tikka masala sauce as well, which I was, very surprised with, because usually people will put like cream or dairy in that, but I'm very interested in trying this. These sauces are very convenient if you're looking to make food really quickly, because the sauce is, basically already done, and you just add, tofu or mushrooms or some vegetables to it. And then I also mentioned last time how there are so many Indian spices available in grocery stores. So I put out cardamom pods. I know that they usually have them around in, any grocery store, but usually cardamom pods are super expensive in the States, and again, this was just a pound, like the pods. So sometimes it's really hard to find the cardamom pods in the States. And then these are, I feel like I put this in the wrong section. I thought that these were curry leaves, and they're actually kaffir lime leaves. So they belong over here in the Thai section. And then finally, I have some garlic and coriander papadums, which I actually had been snacking on before, and they're usually just like made from like lentils, and then they fry them up. So super addictive stuff. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this haul, and I'm seeing what I was able to find. If you guys have additional comments or things that you were surprised to find at a Western grocery store, definitely remember to comment down below. So I will see you guys again next time. Bye.